Hello, this is Judy Mario, and this is the World of Book Reviews. And tonight I have a very, very special guest, Mitzi Reed. And Mitzi is the author of this fabulous book, Awaken to Your Inner Authentic Beauty. Now, it's interesting because Mitzi I've known about for many years, and I think she might have known about me a little bit too. But I didn't know her well, and it was only just recently we were at a dinner together, and I thought, well, I should know her better. And then I got a copy of her book, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. So ask her to be here. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Would you tell our audience a little bit about your book?
Well, first off, thank you for having me on the show. And yeah, we have known each other for a lot of years, but we haven't really gotten to know each other very well.
We just knew of the other person really more or less.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm amazed at all the things you do and who you are and what all you take care of.
Thanks. But my book is called Awaken to Your Inner Authentic Beauty, and it actually is kind of like a 365-day book. So it's pretty much a journey through my own body image issues that I had, from when I was a teenager all the way up until basically about maybe 10 years ago.
Really?
10 years ago. And then it also incorporates sacred self-care principles, which I'm really big on. And so that's what the book is all about. It's just basically positive body image issues and sacred self principles.
And I needed those positive body image issues taken care of. When I started reading it, I was like, wow, this is really good. But it's kind of in the form of affirmations, but not really.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of like a 365-day book. That's kind of how it really was going to, how it started. But it ended up being a little bit of affirmations, a little bit of maybe some, suggestions to do, some recipes, a little bit about my story. So it's a little bit everything all wrapped into one.
Yes, yes. Now, you also are a naturopathic doctor.
I am. I just recently became a board-certified naturopath doctor, and that is part of the journey that I went through with this book because, like I said, I've been going through body image issues since I was a teenager, but it wasn't really until about 2003 when I really started to have to figure out how I'm going to accept my body, because I actually had precancer of the cervix and cancer of the uterus. And by the time I had my hysterectomy, or a partial hysterectomy, I should say, I had cancer of the cervix, stage 1. And so about 6 months later, I ended up going again because I was still having pains, and he wanted to take my ovaries out, and I said, I don't think so, And so I started studying some holistic alternative ways on how to, maybe cure this on my own. And I did go to a naturopath doctor who helped me during that time. So that was part of my journey during that. However, like I said, with the body image issues, I was gaining a lot of weight during that time because I wasn't exercising. I was in a lot of pain. And, I just, I needed to learn how to accept, the changes in my body. Plus, I was going through menopause during that time as well.
Oh,
so
everything at one time.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't think I could handle more than one at a time. It's a lot. It's a lot. Well, I really want to thank you for being here with us tonight, and I want to have you talk to us a little bit more in just a few minutes. We're going to have to take a break, so we'll take that break now, and then we'll be back in just a few minutes.
I'm Jamie Lee Metz, CEO and founder of Skin Fitness here in Las Vegas. We've been serving Las Vegas for over 17 years. We're proud to announce we just won 2017 Spa of the Year by Image International. That's the skincare company of the Miss Universe pageant. We offer exclusive treatments like our Time Eraser facial, which uses multiple modalities and literally erases time. Our Pore Purge, which is the ultimate in hygiene, and our Fire and Ice facial, which literally removes and soothes the skin at the same time. Come see us at our new location here in Village Square. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, this is Judy Mario, and this is the World of Book Reviews, and we are talking with Mitzi Reed. I'm so glad to have her here as my guest. Like I said before, we've known of each other for years and years, but we didn't really know each other. And I was at a event recently and got a copy of her book, and I have to tell you, I've really enjoyed it. There were some things in here that I only learned about when I had cancer and went to a naturopathic doctor, and one of the things was that avocados are good for you.
Yes.
And that might sound a little silly to some people, but I've had body issues like you almost all my life, and people always told me avocados were fattening. And so when I saw it in the book, it said avocados are good for you, I was like, oh yes, because I like avocados, and they are good for you, I found out.
Yeah, they are. There's healthy fats and unhealthy fats. So avocados is the healthy fat, and you can make guacamole. There's a lot of things you can put in it. What I do is put them in eggs, in my omelets, things like that. So it's very good for you, and it also is really good for your skin as well. As far as a topical, maybe doing masks, and also eating them, actually makes your skin soft.
Well, see, it's okay for us to have these.
Yes.
Another thing I liked that you had in the book was you said spend time with other women.
Yes.
And that was interesting because I know a lot of women that are threatened by other women, or they don't want to spend time with other women. They don't even like other women, and especially if the other woman may be attractive, or they just don't want to be around them. And I loved that suggestion. Why did you tell us to do that?
Well, I think because us women, we are really more social beings, even though sometimes, we want to be reclusive because we do have some issues with our body image, or we're comparing ourselves with other people. We really want and need that connection. And so spending time with women, I'm kind of like a social butterfly and stuff, but I do like my private time as well. I am very, private, but I do feel that connecting with women, and especially like if you go through cancer, like what I've done and what you've done, whether it's breast or the uterine, or cervical cancer, we can relate to each other, and we can support each other. And I really believe a support system is very important.
It is important, isn't it? It really is. What else did you say in the book that you would like our audience to know?
Well, a lot of it is on positive body image, and I would really like to emphasize to the audience as far as accepting yourself, no matter what size. I don't promote, morbid obesity, which is unhealthy, but we need to start somewhere. So no matter what weight you are, just accept yourself, love yourself, and even really thin people, they have some body image issues as well. And I give them the same advice: start where you are and accept yourself and love yourself.
I think teenagers especially need to be told that,
Yes.
and they need to be told good things about themselves so that they will accept themselves, because that's kind of where it started with me as a teenager, was comparing myself to other teenagers, and then you just get stuck in it, I think, for your whole life. You keep thinking that you've got to be perfect.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you said that, because when I was a teenager, I was, very active. I was a cheerleader. I was on the gymnastic team. I was on the volleyball team, and I had a very athletic, type of body. And yeah, I was bombarded with, like teen magazines and things like that out there. And then I was comparing myself with the other cheerleaders, and, and it does get kind of competitive, in that way. And I had a lot of body image issues then. That's kind of what kind of started all of it, during that time. And I started my first diet when I was 13 years old. And there was when you look back on it, there was no reason for me to do that. And I think, as far as what you said, as far as teenagers, as far as children, it starts with us, and we need to be good role models for our own daughters.
Yes.
And I also remember that, my stepdaughter, she was only 5 years old, and she was very thin, and she was already talking about dieting, because we're so bombarded with that.
We are. Mitzi, where can someone get a copy of your book?
They can get it on my website at www, I shouldn't even say that anymore, but sorry, awakentoyourInnerAuthenticBeauty.com. And it's also on Amazon and in Barnes & Noble as well.
Great. So Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Awaken to Your Authentic Inner Authentic Beauty. Awaken to Your InnerAuthenticBeauty.com. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Judy. It's a pleasure.
Thanks.
Are you frustrated and wasting time searching for high-quality education and entertainment and not finding it? Stop wasting your time. We've got your solution. Our 3 dynamic and unique online TV shows provide you with high quality and easy to find content. Everything from business skills and self-development to book and movie reviews and everything in between. At akexpertstv.com, you'll find high quality experts in their field in one place at no cost to you. Visit www.akexpertstv.com today.